every time I come home to my parents, like I went to college, I moved out of the house. Both my brothers, they moved out. My parents are just home alone in the childhood home. And they have a lot of time on their hands. Every time I come home, they have some new exotic hobby. They'll be like, Sam, we bought mountain bikes. We're gonna start mountain biking. It's like, why? You're 55, and there are no mountains here. And you guys, I had this epiphany. It's because I don't have kids yet. And my brother doesn't have kids. My other brother doesn't have kids. There's no grandkids. And my parents don't know what to do with their lives. Like, they thought there'd be grandkids by now. If I could generalize, like my generation, we're all having kids much later in life. And you can really tell our parents are confused. My parents have talents, but all those talents are related to raising a child. Like if I had a kid, they would be so good at teaching that kid how to read. And they could take that kid to soccer practice. They could help that kid learn how to ride a bike. But there are no grandkids. So they're just stuck being bad at mountain biking. That's my theory on why older people have strange new hobbies. It's because everybody my age, we're really pushing back the age of having kids, and they don't know what to do with their time. Do you guys hear what I'm saying to you? If we all fell in love like we were supposed to, we could end pickleball tonight. I think pickleball is a disease. And I think unprotected sex might be the only cure. That's why they play. It's because we're locked in this Cold War. We won't give them a child. And they're forced to take to the courts. Pickleball is such a barren, childless game. It's like every court, every game of pickleball, it's 2 60-somethings. And all they want in life is a grandchild. And then on the other court, it's like 2 30-somethings who won't give it to them. It's like we're playing this game of like child, where like we won't just give it to them. They're exhausted, man. No, we're supposed to have kids by now, I think. That's my theory, man. I think that society was set up for us to have kids a little earlier. And I know this is true because of 2.5-bedroom apartments. We've all had this. You go into your friend's place, and your friend is like, what's up? This is my bedroom. That's Dave's bedroom. And then Jeff, Jeff lives in a small room. And I had a moment of clarity the other day where I realized, oh shit, that's where the crib is supposed to go. Did you guys know that the half bedroom, it's not supposed to be a home office, it's not supposed to be, that's not a podcast studio, you're not supposed to lovingly raise a Lenovo ThinkPad in there. It's like, that is supposed to be for a baby. The guy who built your duplex or your walk-up in the 1920s, he thought that a 2.5 bedroom would be 2 24-year-olds in love with a baby. He didn't know it would be like 3 fully grown 28-year-old men. And you just got a weird guy vaping in the small room. Do you guys know that? If you're a man and you live in the small room of an apartment, you sleep in the room for the baby, man. What have we done to the housing market? It's like, oh no, a man lives in the nursery. I genuinely believe that room is for the baby. And these days it just goes to like your most irresponsible friend. It's whatever friend is out of money or like needs a place or whatever. It's poetic, man. I have a 1.5 bedroom, and I have a friend crashing in that half bedroom right now. And it's beautiful because I realized like, oh, I am the only member of this household with a job. And he does have trouble expressing himself emotionally. Sometimes I'm up late at night and I hear him crying and I don't know if I should like put him back to bed. And I realize like, oh, he's my baby. Like this is it all fits. No, I don't know. I want to have kids. I mean, people are still getting married. I've been to so many friends' weddings. You know what I've noticed? I've been to so many friends' weddings, and there's never been a priest there. It's all ordained ministers. Every friend wedding I go to, I show up and they're like, can you believe it? My brother got ordained online. So he's the guy. He's the priest. How do we all know so many ordained ministers? I don't know anyone who, like, none of my friends are going to church, but I think half of my group chat, ordained ministers. Isn't that incredible? Like, people get an ordained minister because they don't want a religious wedding. So it's like we have this program where like atheists convince their friends to take a vow of faith. We have like most ordained ministers probably don't believe in God. It doesn't make sense. I went to a friend's wedding in St. Paul. It just feels like we're not taking these weddings seriously. I think that's why the divorce rate is up, because of the ordained ministers. I went to a friend's wedding in St. Paul, and it's a beautiful ceremony, touching vows, but it's his brother, and he's doing the thing, and he's just up there wearing cargo shorts. He's up in front of everyone, and he goes, by the power vested in me. It's like, what power would be vested in you? You sleep in the room for the baby, man. Have a great rest of the show.